Okay, on with the guided practice. They ask us for number 1 to use the distance formula to find the distance between the 2 points to the nearest 10th. Now, distance formula. Which one's that? That's our big square root. X2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. And then we take the square root of all of it. So let's label our points here. We have x1, y1, x2, y2. Now we just plug and chug. So x2 is -4 minus x1 is 2 squared plus y2 is 8 minus y1 is -1 squared. That means I'm doing -4 minus 2. It's going to be -6 squared plus 8 minus -1. It's going to be a 9 squared. So I have the square root of, I'll put all that in my calculator. That should give me, let's see, 6 squared plus 9 squared, 117. 117. The square root of 117 is 10.8167. But they asked me to round to the nearest 10th. So I'll take my 8, turn and look at the 1. It's a low number, so I just let the 8 rest. So it's approximately equal to 10.8. There. Okay, that's distance formula. Now we do the Pythagorean theorem, and then we're also going to still do the nearest 10th. So 2 asks us about AB. Well, how much did I go up on AB? I went up 1, 2. How much did I go over? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I went up 2 over 5. So to do this, I'll have 2 squared plus 5 squared equals c squared. 2 squared is 4 plus 5 squared is 25 equals c squared. 4 plus 25 is 29. Can I leave it like that? 29 equals c squared? No. I need to take the square root of both sides. Square root of 29 is 5.385. Since it says the nearest 10th, I need to round. So I want the 10th. The 8 tells me I need to raise the 3 up to a 4. That means C equals 5.4. Okay. Number 3, we have CD. Well, let's see. How much did I go over? 1, 2. Went over 2. How much did I go down? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 down. So I'm going to say 2 squared plus 4 squared equals C squared. Actually, let me do this over here so it's not running into that other one. 2 squared plus 4 squared, C squared. This one is going to be right there. 2 squared is 4 plus 4 squared is 16 equals C squared. 4 plus 16 is 20. Again, can't leave it like that, so I have to take the square root. Square root of 20 is 4.472. I want to round to the nearest tenth. That 7 means I have to raise the score. So it's going to be 4.5. I guess these really shouldn't be C's right here because they are actual distance. That's my bad. Let's actually make it correct. CD equals 4.5. And then up here, this shouldn't say C equals 5.4. For being technically correct, it should say AB equals 5.4. There we go. Okay, so this was a short guided practice. Because all we did was really 2 topics, distance formula and Pythagorean theorem. So they just, when you do your assignment, make sure you look for what they're asking you to use. Like the first one's ask you to use distance formula. The second group asks you to use the Pythagorean theorem. So just watch for what they're asking you to use. Other than that, hop to it.